Students, you are most welcome to my channel Education Masti with Kundan sir. Today I will discuss History Chapter 2 Nationalism in India Part 1. Let's begin. First of all, I would like to discuss the heading of chapter, as you know, Nationalism in India. What exactly nationalism is? Nationalism means feeling of devotion and patriotism of one's towards its country is called nationalism. मीन्स किसी भी व्यक्ति के द्वारा अपने देश के प्रति राष्ट्रभक्ति एवं प्रेम जो उमड़ता है किसी व्यक्ति के द्वारा अपने देश के प्रति, दैट इज़ कॉल्ड नेशनलिज्म. नेशनलिज्म मीन्स राष्ट्रीयता, राष्ट्र के प्रति समर्पण. मीन्स वी आर रेडी टू सेक्रीफाइस एनीथिंग for our country, for the sake of our country. I hope you understand. At any cost, we cannot compromise with the integrity of the country. देशभक्ति, देश के प्रति जज्बा, देश के प्रति feeling, devotion, patriotism, that is called nationalism. Now move to the colonialism. Here there is a one word as it is mentioned in the paragraph, colonialism. Colonialism means being of colony to the others. Being a colony to the others, it means ruled by some other country. Suppose being a Indian, we were colony of British. It means we were ruled by Britisher. So now we move to the third point, civil disobedience movement. Civil disobedience movement, it is a compile of three words, civil plus dis plus obedience. Civil means the common people, and civilian, this means not, and obey means to accept. It means not to obey by the people. It means, and what we are not going to obey, or what the people are not going to obey. It means here refusal of rules and regulations, and even an order by government without physical violence. Means without doing any physical violence, we are refusing to the rules and regulation made by government. I mean the Britisher here, Britisher, because we were not independent country. We were ruled by them. We were slave to them. They were exploiting to us. And whatever the rules they have made, उन्होंने जो भी नियम कायदे बनाए थे वो अपने हित, अपने स्वार्थ, अपने इंटरेस्ट को ध्यान में लेकर बनाए हुए थे. तो इसलिए भारत के लोगों ने सिविल डिसओबीडियंस मूवमेंट स्टार्ट किया, जिसको हम लोग सविनय अवज्ञा आंदोलन भी कहते हैं हिंदी में. सविनय मीन्स विनम्रता पूर्वक उनके नियम कायदे को रिफ्यूज कर देना. मीन्स टू रिजेक्ट देयर rules and regulation made by them with a polite manner. We will not reject. Rejection will be not made by the violence. Rejection will be not made by force or by rebel, right? So I hope guys the point is very clear. And the civil disobedience movement is in a context with the Dandi March. Dandi March, you know what exactly the Dandi March is. Dandi March was started by Gandhi ji. It was started in the 1930, and it's begin from the Sabarmati ashram, and he reached the Dandi. It is one of the coastal place in Gujarat. And why this movement was started? I hope you guys know. This movement was started against salt law. Salt law was made by Britisher. They say कि नहीं आप नमक नहीं बना सकते हो. They have applied a very huge tax on the salt. So being a very common things, it belongs to in the sense it is one of the daily use goods which is used in our daily life. It is used by poor, it is used by middle class, it is used by rich people. So those who are the people from the poor class, they oppose, and the Gandhi ji took the lead. गांधी जी ने डांडी मार्च का नेतृत्व किया. समुद्र के पास गए, समुद्र के पास उन्होंने नमक बनाया और शार्ट लॉ को ब्रेक किया. सो आई होप इट इज़ वेरी क्लियर. नाउ we move to the effect of the First World War. What was the effect of First World War? First World War कैसे उसके क्या नतीजे निकले, उसके क्या परिणाम निकले. So let us guys, we will look into that. As we are aware, the First World War started in 1914 and it get over in 1918. जैसे कि हम जानते हैं कि 1914 में प्रथम विश्व युद्ध शुरू हुआ और 1918 में ख़त्म हो गया, राइट. तो अब हम देखेंगे इसके इम्प्लीकेशन क्या रहे. अगर फर्स्ट वर्ल्ड वार हुआ तो वो किस तरह से आर्थिक, राजनीतिक और सामाजिक इन पहलुओं पे वो हमारे देश, हमारी दुनिया को प्रभावित किया। द पॉइंट नंबर 1, दैट इज़ द ह्यूज इंक्रीज इन द डिफेंस एक्सपेंडिचर, मीन्स एवरी कंट्री स्टार्टेड इंक्रीजिंग देयर बजट विद रेफरेंस टू डिफेंस, मीन्स सभी देशों ने अपने अपने राष्ट्र के जो रक्षा बजट था उसको बढ़ा दिया। नेक्स्ट, इंक्रीज इन ए टैक्स जो है, वाट एवर द टैक्स एक्चुअली इट वाज अप्लाई इन सो एंड सो कंट्री, अचानक से देश में टैक्स बढ़ गए, मीन्स द कंट्री इंक्रीज द टैक्स टू मीट द वार लाइबिलिटी और एज ए कंपनसेशन। ठीक है, हर देश ने अपनी जो टैक्स है, उनका जो रास्ता है टैक्स कलेक्शन का, उसको अचानक से बढ़ा दिया ताकि कंट्री की जो लाइबिलिटी है, जो वार में जो बड़े नुकसान हुए हैं, उस लाइबिलिटी को मीट किया जा सके या उसको कंपनसेट किया जा सके। थर्ड पॉइंट इज राइज इन द प्राइस ऑफ गुड्स जो प्राइस थे, जो डेली यूज गुड्स थे, इट इंक्रीज लाइक बूमिंग वे इन द सेंस इट rise suddenly. It means less goods in the market. There was less goods in the market. The hoarding was made by traders. जो traders थे, जो बड़े बड़े बिजनेसमैन थे, उन्होंने अचानक से सारी चीज़ों की होर्डिंग कर ली, स्टॉक्स कर लिया, ताकि वो आने वाले दिनों में एक बड़ा मुनाफा कमाएंगे। इस तरह से हमारे मार्केट में शॉर्टेज एंड स्कार्सिटी ऑफ द गुड्स एंड सडनली द प्राइस ऑफ गुड्स राइज। गाइज, आई होप इट इज़ वेरी क्लियर टू ऑल ऑफ यू. Now the fourth point is the force recruitment of soldier. Force recruitment. So many soldier killed during the war, and as you know, from the British side, so many Indian people were fighting during the World War, right? So many people were killed, and to fulfill the demand of the soldier, the people are recruited as a soldier. There were many people, they don't have a will to join the army. They don't want to they don't want to be a soldier, and they don't want to be a fighter, but anyway they were forced. Next point is acute food supply. Acute food supply means there is a scarcity of food. Why the scarcity of foods happen? Because many people were engaged in the war, so and men and horses were away from the farm work. मतलब खेती के जो काम होते हैं उससे बहुत सारे लोग जो उसमें इंगेज होते थे या घोड़ा उसमें इंगेज होता था, वो काफ़ी फॉर्म से दूर चले गए, और फॉर्म से दूर जाने के कारण देयर इज ए स्कार्सिटी ऑफ द पीपल एज वेल एज एनिमल्स who were supporting in the farmer, and because of all these guys, the production of farming suddenly come down, and because of that there is a acute food supply in our होल वर्ल्ड, मतलब अचानक से हमारे यहाँ फूड सप्लाई की कमी हो गई. लास्ट पॉइंट, राइज ऑफ एपेडमिक. व्हाट एग्जैक्टली मीन्स राइज ऑफ एपेडमिक? राइज ऑफ एपेडमिक मीन्स pandemic. Nowadays COVID-19 is going on. Similarly, those days after the finishing of the first world war, once the first world war get over, suddenly there is a outbreak of pandemic. Suddenly there is a huge spread of pandemic, and that pandemic killed millions of the people all across the world. And guys, I would like to let you know what types of pandemic those days were. The first one is a Spanish influenza. There is one of the country in the Europe, that is the Spain. So the people who return from the Spain, they all across the world, the people when they return to their own country, they carry the viruses along with themselves, and thus it become a network of Spanish influenza. Secondly, guys, the trench fever, malaria. So like this, there were so many disease which became a outburst. मतलब पूरे एक आग की तरह जो है पूरे विश्व में एपिडेमिक का फैलाव हुआ. Now guys, our next point is सत्याग्रह. सत्याग्रह, what exactly सत्याग्रह is a? सत्याग्रह means सत्य का आग्रह, means it is a compile of two words. What exactly? सत्य और प्लस आग्रह. Actually we are aware चंपारण सत्याग्रह, and luckily we are from the Champaran only. It's beginning in 1970. Gandhi ji was the person who he took the initiative of the Champaran Satyagraha. And you know, one of the guys from the Narkatiyaganj, his name is Rajkumar Shukla. He was the person. He inspired Gandhi ji to bring to the Champaran, because the farmer of the Champaran were badly affected by the Britisher, because they have forced the farmer to make indigo farming. You know, I hope you know very well, indigo matlab नील की खेती. And they have forced them to do some ratio of farming, indigo farming. And they were stamped in this farming for long back. And because of that, the Rajkumar Shukla went many times to the different Adhiveshan, different Sammelan like Kolkata Adhiveshan, Lucknow Adhiveshan, and ultimately the Gandhiji accepted his demand, and he came to Champaran, and he started the movement that is known as a Satyagraha movement or Champaran Satyagraha, right? So Satyagraha movement means there will be only truth, means the movement of truth. There will be no violence, there will be no brutal act, right? Now, guys, we move to the Kheda Satyagraha. What exactly the Kheda Satyagraha is? Kheda is one of the place in Gujarat, right? And their farmer were worried about the taxes that was increased by the British. खेड़ा जो है एक सिटी है गुजरात के अंदर, जहाँ के किसान एक बड़ी मात्रा में टोबैको कॉटन की खेती करते थे, जो पाटीदार समुदाय से आते थे. उसमें कुछ मझोले पाटीदार भी थे और कुछ ऐसे भी पाटीदार थे जो बहुत ही रिच थे, राइट. एंड because and that area was very good for farming, it means the land was very fertile. So British tried to increase the tax, and the patidar and the Kheda farmers made a objection. So guys, Kheda Satyagraha started in 1918, and it is also known as the second Satyagraha, right. Now our point is Khilafat movement. What exactly Khilafat? By what it is a very khilaf, being a khilaf of someone, being against of someone. Khilafat, you know guys, there is a Ottoman Empire. In Ottoman Empire there was a one of Sultan. He is known as a Caliph, Khalifa. In Hindi we are saying Khalifa. Khalifa means he is the head of Muslim Biradri, head of Muslim world, right. And the Britisher not ready to preserve their supremacy. Actually खलीफा जो मुस्लिम समुदाय के धर्म गुरु होते थे, और उनके आदेशानुसार पूरी मुस्लिम बिरादरी जो है अपनी जीवन शैली, अपनी दिनचर्या, अपनी पूरी जो एक व्यवस्था है, जो धार्मिक, सांस्कृतिक, सामाजिक जो व्यवस्थाएं हैं, वो उनके गाइडेंस पे मुस्लिम बिरादरी करती थी. लेकिन ये चीज़ें जो है ब्रिटिशर को अच्छा नहीं लगा. ब्रिटिशर डोंट वांट टू गिव ए सुपरमेसी टू caliph, it means khalifa. But the Muslim world became angry. They told, you people can't snatch the whatever the right is preserved for the caliph, preserved for the khalifa, right. So all over the world Muslim biradari went against the Britisher, and similar way it happened in India also. You know Ali brother, right. Ali brother means Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali. They were the two brothers. They took the initiative from the India, and they went against the Britisher. You have no right, you have no power to reject anybody's supremacy. You have to preserve the supremacy of Khalifa. मतलब जो ये अली ब्रदर थे, मोहम्मद अली एंड शौकत अली, इन्होंने भारत स्तर पे खिलाफत आंदोलन का नेतृत्व किया, और उन्होंने ब्रिटिश का खिलाफ किया कि जो कैलिफ हैं, जो खलीफा हैं, उनकी जो सुपरमेसी जो है उनको आपको प्रिजर्व करना होगा. यू कांट स्नेच, आप छीन नहीं सकते, बिकॉज इट विल हर्ट द ईगो ऑफ मुस्लिम, राइट. नेक्स्ट इज ए नॉन कोऑपरेशन मूवमेंट. guys, the non-cooperation movement started in 1920. By what it is very clear, not to cooperate, right. Why the non-cooperation movement started? Non-cooperation movement, what exactly it was? So non-cooperation movement, not here we will come to know what exactly non-cooperation movement is. Refusal of people to cooperate with the Britisher. Refusal of people to cooperate with the people is known as a non-cooperation movement. So guys, here some of the questions is there. We will also discuss this, and here some questions are like a cotton mill workers, Kheda districts of Gujarat, and Champaran Satyagraha. So here, guys, these are the 3 points is always used to ask. When Champaran Satyagraha happened, who lead the Champaran Satyagraha, what is the Kheda district, and for what reason the Kheda is a famous. Cotton mill worker, why the cotton mill worker went on the strike, right? So guys, like this question are asked, so we will discuss here. When and where was the cotton mill Satyagraha was organized? So guys, its answer is a, it was organized ऑन 1918 इन खेड़ा डिस्ट्रिक्ट 1918 में खेड़ा डिस्ट्रिक्ट में ऑर्गेनाइज किया गया था. वाई डिड द कॉटन मिल वर्कर ऑर्गेनाइज सत्याग्रह इन खेड़ा? खेड़ा में कॉटन मिल वर्कर ने सत्याग्रह को क्यों ऑर्गेनाइज किया? एक्चुअली द मिल ऑनर रिफ्यूज टू पे हाई वेजेज एंड बोनस टू द वर्कर. जो मिल मालिक थे वो मजदूरों को हाई मजदूरी और बोनस देने से इनकार कर दिया. दूसरा, द बेटर वर्किंग कंडीशन, दे वर डिमांडिंग फॉर द बेटर वर्किंग कंडीशन. So because of these two reasons, the cotton mill workers started movement, right? Next is which satyagraha related to cotton mill worker? Then you can say, guys, second satyagraha after the Champaran satyagraha is related to the cotton mill worker. So okay guys, this is all for today. मिलते हैं अगले एपिसोड में. तब तक के लिए गुड डे, गुड बाय.